Why does God allow bad things to happen to good people? God's allowance of bad things to happen to good people often stems from His sovereign plan, which is beyond human understanding. Isaiah 55 8 to 9 reminds us, "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, declares the Lord. As the heavens are higher than the earth, so are my ways higher than your ways, and my thoughts than your thoughts." While we may not always comprehend why God permits sufferings, it is essential to trust that His plans are for ultimate good. Joseph's life in Genesis is a powerful example. Though he was sold into slavery by his brothers and falsely accused, he later acknowledged God's purposes, saying, "You intended to harm me, but God intended it for good to accomplish what is now being done, the saving of my lives." We read that in Genesis 50:20. God allows trials to refine and strengthen the faith of His people. In James 1 2 to 4, it is written, "Consider it pure joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. Let perseverance finish its work, so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything." Suffering often draws us closer to God. Yes, suffering often draws us closer to God, revealing His grace and sufficiency in our weakness. Even Jesus, who was sinless, suffered profoundly. His example shows us that suffering can be redemptive and purposeful, leading to the glory of God and the fulfilling of His divine will. The presence of evil and suffering in the world is a result of humanity fall into sin. While God is good and perfect, the world is marred by sin, resulting in pain, sickness, and death. Jesus acknowledged this reality in John 16:33, saying, "In this world you will have trouble, but take heart, I have overcome the world." The promise of Christ's victory reminds us that suffering is temporary and will ultimately be replaced by eternal joy and restoration in His kingdom. Until then, God uses even the most difficult circumstances for the good of those who love Him, providing that His power can transform even the worst situations into opportunities for spiritual growth and His glory.